Arch Linux Reproducible Docker. A critical disruption. The removal of pacman keys introduces immediate operational complexities for users. The burgeoning ecosystem of reproducible Docker images has reached a significant inflection point with the recent release by Antis, a prominent contributor to the Arch Linux community.
Their effort to craft a bit-for-bit reproducible Docker image for Arch Linux represents a commendable advancement in software deployment methodologies. However, the implementation necessitates a critical and potentially disruptive alteration to the standard user experience. Specifically, the meticulous process of ensuring absolute reproducibility, a cornerstone of the project, mandates the complete stripping of pacman keys from the resultant image.
This action, while logically sound from a security and integrity standpoint, fundamentally renders pacman unusable out of the box, effectively eliminating the primary tool users rely upon for package management and system updates within the contained environment. This situation presents a significant challenge demanding immediate attention from both the Arch Linux development team and the broader Docker community, as it introduces immediate operational complexities and creates a dependency on external solutions for package management.
The initial release, tagged as a first milestone, underscores the urgency of this situation and highlights the need for a swift resolution to mitigate potential disruptions for users.
Nginx, a tangential observation. The prominence of Nginx in the broader web infrastructure landscape demands consideration. The provided context centered around the Arch Linux reproducible Docker image offers a valuable case study for examining the intricacies of containerized deployments and the critical role of package management.
However, the inclusion of Nginx in the article title and content introduces a tangential, yet pertinent, observation.
The widespread utilization of Nginx as a reverse proxy server and web server within the broader Linux ecosystem and increasingly within Docker containers highlights the overarching importance of efficient and reliable infrastructure components. The pursuit of reproducible Docker images exemplified by Antis's work directly impacts the operational stability of these components, particularly those reliant on package management for configuration and updates.
The presence of Nginx in the article, seemingly unrelated, serves as a reminder that the success of any containerized solution is inextricably linked to the health and functionality of the underlying system and its supporting software. This necessitates a holistic approach to containerization, encompassing not just the image itself, but also the broader infrastructure and the processes required to maintain its operational integrity.
Strategic breakdown. Keys, reproducibility, and operational risk. Eliminating pacman keys represents a deliberate trade-off in usability. The decision to strip pacman keys from the reproducible Docker image represents a strategic trade-off between the stringent requirements of bit-for-bit reproducibility and the pragmatic needs of the end user.
The fundamental goal of creating a truly reproducible image, one that can be consistently rebuilt across diverse environments, demands absolute control over all components, including the cryptographic keys utilized by pacman for verifying package signatures. However, this control comes at a significant cost. The removal of pacman renders the image unusable for typical Arch Linux users who rely on the package manager for system updates, software installation, and dependency management.
This creates a dependency on external solutions such as manual package downloads and installations or the integration of alternative package management tools within the container, a complex and potentially error-prone process. Furthermore, this operational constraint introduces a layer of risks as users are forced to manage updates and dependencies outside of the standard Arch Linux update mechanism, potentially leading to inconsistencies and security vulnerabilities.
The initial release, therefore, functions as a critical proof of concept, demonstrating the feasibility of reproducible Docker images but simultaneously highlighting the substantial operational challenges inherent in this approach.
Prognosis, iteration, and community collaboration essential. The future hinges on rapid adaptation and collaborative solutions. Looking ahead, the success of the Arch Linux reproducible Docker image and the broader trend of reproducible container images critically depends on rapid iteration and robust community collaboration.
The immediate priority must be to develop a viable solution for integrating pacman functionality within the image, perhaps through the implementation of a custom package repository or the provision of automated update mechanisms. This will require significant effort from the Arch Linux development team and contributions from the wider Docker community.
Simultaneously, users will need to adapt their workflows to accommodate the limitations imposed by the stripped pacman keys, potentially exploring alternative package management tools or adopting a more manual approach to system updates. The initial release serves as a valuable learning opportunity, exposing the inherent trade-offs between reproducibility and usability.
Ultimately, the long-term viability of this approach will hinge on the ability to balance these competing priorities, fostering a collaborative ecosystem that prioritizes both the integrity of the image and the operational convenience of the user. Further investigation into the security implications of this key removal is also paramount to ensure long-term stability and mitigate potential vulnerabilities